turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They started on the ground with Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run on 1st down. Shields. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr down to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. To throw his Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Herbert on first down now. That's caught by Ware. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. The 20. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, Shields. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 29 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletion sets. Here's Carr to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly add their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. He He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 2. Carr going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Carr to throw again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert, eluding the pressure right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert now. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They snap it to Herbert. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. On
Play action. It's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And my goodness, another interception. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got Allen.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw his Carr. Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, the line in the Las Vegas first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a play fake. Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to get a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Carr going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. Here's Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Raiders first down.
Carr.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
Las Vegas.
Carr to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
40-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On third down, Shields. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Herbert now. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Pass complete downfield to Renfro. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.